Okay, so the whole Fallout 76 thing. Bethesda says they'll finally fix all these bugs and glitches that have been happening in the game. But it's every year we always have that one glitchy, buggy game that is rushed out for the holidays, so a company can make a quick buck. Fallout 76 didn't need to be released by the holidays. Online games are not really wanted among kids, unless it's Fortnite or PUBG. Not really kids that can say, yeah, let's get Fallout 76. They could have released it like the same time frame as Elder Scrolls Online, like a June or July release. They announced Fallout 76. They released the game too soon. So many other cases, many other cases of this happening. Battlefield 4 was one infamous example of a game being released too soon before the game comes out. Sonic 06 is another notorious example of everybody being disappointed by that game. Like, even the Metascore for Fallout 76 is a 55. A 55. That is a very low score, considering it's supposed to be a good game by Bethesda. Critics are giving it down as a low score as 48s, saying it's an empty source world with planned quest design, limited variety, and empowers content. Like, you could also compare it to Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim at once. But it wasn't as bad as Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online. The game was similar to that game as well. Elder Scrolls Online was considered. It was going to be a failure. No one wanted the game. Nobody cared about Elder Scrolls Online, and now it has a 7 out of 10, and 94% of people like Elder Scrolls Online. The game was considered a flop at first. That's why if you look at the early reviews, they're not really that good because it had the same bugs and glitches and stuff. This is why you don't release games, online games, okay? The one on the PC, the one on consoles, I think. Elder Scrolls Online, if you remember the ones, it wasn't that good. It was pretty bad. And if you go back to the launch of Elder Scrolls Online, it wasn't that good either. Elder Scrolls Online is now a better game. Another game that was bad at once was No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky was pretty bad at once, but they made the game better. It took them 2 years. But they finally decided to fix the game and say, hey, now No Man's Sky is better now. But Fallout 76, Bethesda is only now decided to fix the game. Instead of releasing the game, it's sort of releasing the game at once. Basically, but the game, it could be compared to Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online was very, very buggy at once. Not a lot of people wanted to buy the game, but they improved the game overall. Later, Elder Scrolls Online, if you look at Metacritic reviews, the bad reviews have been, launch reviews have been overshadowed by all the good reviews that have gone over the time. As Elder Scrolls Online is like an old game. It came out like 2014 or something like that. Elder Scrolls Online, Tamriel Unlimited. Elder Scrolls Online for PC had a 71%. It was still higher than Fallout 76, it was still higher, but the game is being compared to Fallout 76, the Elder Scrolls Online. It still has a 5.8 on Metacritic, because other people at once gave the game bad reviews and stuff, and those are the reviews that kind of stick. So, but then here's another story. Fallout 76, Bethesda is being sued. Yes, Bethesda is being sued. I have never heard of this until today. How to spell Bethesda? Okay, that's how you spell it. Bethesda. They're being sued. Okay, the Bethesda is being sued for Fallout 76. And saying that is under investigation. Yes, they're being sued and being under investigation for Fallout 76 refunds. Professors under scrutiny of consumers and from Miller came on record that the Fallout 76 refund policy will pull on Tuesday. Some more cafe customers were complaining about game breaking bugs and technical issues, while reporting some of getting full refunds as of 4 days ago. Others have apparently been denied refunds by Bethesda. So basically, people are not getting all refunds and stuff. And In the negative reviews, many outlets the game sits at $55 and a reduced price for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, $45. Yes, the game is really being investigated. So basically, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and goodbye. Hope the game gets better.